In the twilight of the Roman Empire, as the sun began to set on the classical age, there emerged a figure who would ultimately hasten its decline. This was a time when the Roman Empire, once the unchallenged ruler of the known world, was beginning to fracture under the weight of its own decadence, corruption, and the relentless pressure of barbarian invasions. The stage was set for one of history's most significant figures to make his mark, Alaric the Visigoth. Born around 370 AD on an island in the Danube, Alaric was a member of the Gothic tribe known as the Visigoths. The Visigoths were one of many barbarian groups that had been pushed westward by the Huns' relentless advance. Alaric's youth was marked by struggle and hardship. The Visigoths were treated poorly by the Romans, who saw them as less than human. Alaric, however, was not one to sit idly by while his people suffered. He rose through the ranks of the Visigoths, showing a distinct knack for leadership and a thirst for justice. By the late 300s, he had become their king and was leading his people in a rebellion against their Roman oppressors. Alaric's first major victory came in 395 AD, when he led the Visigoths in a successful invasion of Greece, sacking cities like Athens and Corinth. For the next few years, Alaric continued to challenge the Roman Empire, not seeking to destroy it but to secure a better future for his people within its borders. However, the Romans continually broke their promises and treaties with the Visigoths, leading Alaric to take a step that would etch his name into the annals of history. In 410 AD, Alaric and his Visigoths sacked Rome, the first time the city had fallen to a foreign enemy in over 800 years. Alaric's sack of Rome marked the beginning of the end for the Western Roman Empire, which would fall just 7 decades later. But more than that, it signaled a shift in power from the old world to the new. The age of the barbarians had begun, and Alaric had lit the spark. Despite his victories, Alaric's life was short. He died in 410 AD, the same year he sacked Rome. His death was a blow to the Visigoths, but his legacy lived on. Alaric is remembered today as a champion of his people, a man who stood up to the might of Rome and won. In conclusion, Alaric the Visigoth was a man of his time, born into a world of struggle and change. He rose to become a king, led his people in rebellion against their oppressors, and ultimately brought about the downfall of the Western Roman Empire. His story is a testament to the power of determination, leadership, and the will to fight for justice. He was, in every sense, a true barbarian king,